The Horizon series is almost certainly my favorite robo-dinosaur hunting simulator thingy. It's got everything you could ever ask for. Robots, dinosaurs, hunting, and courtesy of the internet, thingies. Alright, maybe we'll ignore that last thing for now, lest the YouTube algorithm smite me. Anyways, I've loved the series ever since I played the first game and had my mind absolutely blown by the Zero Dawn story and insanely cool hats. So when Forbidden West came out, of course, I bought it on opening day and platinum trophied it immediately. After doing so, I actually anticipated the release of a DLC similar to what they did for the first game, and so I intentionally left some side quests unfinished so that I would have something to come back to and get me back into the game when the DLC was released.
Sometimes my genius is... it's almost frightening.
So when The Burning Shores was released, I let out my biggest Yahoo! And got straight to work. The Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores DLC is a mouthful, and it starts off right where the base game leaves off. There's some mild spoilers here for the base game, so if you don't want to hear that, just skip ahead a little bit. After completing Forbidden West, Sylens will give you a call and tell you that there's a Zenith that has escaped the final battle and has run off to the Burning Shores, which turns out to be the remains of Los Angeles. On her way there, Aloy crash lands and runs into Seika, a member of the Quen group that has been separated from her people in San Francisco. From there, they team up and go hunting for funny hats. Kidding, sort of. They team up and do other things, and I'm not going to tell you because, yada yada, spoilers. Along the way, this DLC expands on the rich world that the first game created. It feels like a side quest, but in a really good way. You learn a whole bunch more about the Quen, the Zenith, and you get to see more remnants of the old world, including the Hollywood sign. It really serves as a looking glass into the Horizon world, and it really fills out an amazing world. The story seems simple at first, but it's kind of like picking up a rock at the beach and finding a whole ecosystem underneath. There's lots of little bits and pieces, and they're all kind of happily living together. This cute little package opens up to reveal something much more complex than it appears on the surface. It feels like a full new game, but just like shrunken down into a bite-sized piece. Aloy even gets a love interest, which you can opt out of if you wish. I obviously did because I am the only one for Aloy and her funny hats. Just me, no one else. Everything here is well thought out and fully cohesive with both itself and the base game. It fits together like neat little Legos. It's been such a treat playing these games to watch Aloy grow from nervous outcast into the badass woman of my dreams. Not those dreams. Okay, maybe those dreams, but also the ones that normal people have. Moving on, this DLC adds a couple of game mechanics to spice things up. There's a new special weapon that you can get to casually shred the local livestock. Your flying mounts gain the ability to fly underwater. And of course, there's new machine types that you can hunt as well.
Damn, more machines.
In addition, the local armory has another quaff of legendary weapons and armor with new hats. But sadly, they're only a minor upgrade over the base game stats. Now for some beefs. My only big issue with this DLC was that I felt it was a little bit too short for how much it costs and how big the map was. A main story playthrough takes you around 10 hours, and a completion run will take 15 to 20 hours depending on how much sightseeing you do. For comparison, the base game took me about 80 hours to platinum, so you're getting about a quarter of the base game in this expansion, and the DLC costs about half of what I paid for the original game. To add to that, the map is about a third of the size. That was a lot of fractions, so I'm going to simplify it for you. You can see how that's kind of a bad deal in this extremely professional graph that I made. The content in Burning Shores, while very good, simply doesn't live up to the volume or the map density that the price of this thing would suggest. And I think it's been the victim of the bean counters. While it's very polished, it's clear that there are some areas of the map that were intended to have something in them, and in the game they're just empty. Like, empty. There's like not even a supply cache there. It's literally nothing. There's also no expansion of Machine Strike, so if you're one of the weirdos like me that actually liked it, you're kinda SOL here. That's a little disappointing considering the base game has made around $700 million at the time of this writing. Guerrilla Games is definitely not strapped for cash, but I suppose if I had to choose, I'd rather have, less game that's really good than more game that's kinda crap. And with that, let's talk about some of that polish. I ran into a couple of minor bugs that are worth mentioning. There was lots of issues with NPCs getting stuck on things and popping around as they try to find their place. I also got stuck in the environment once and I had to reload a save to get out, which was pretty annoying. It is worth noting, however, that I started playing this on launch day, so some quirks are to be expected and these will probably get patched out later on. The bugs are more than made up for, however, by the absolutely stunning polish of the rest of this game. I can't really praise it enough. The graphics are world class, jaw-dropping. If you showed 10-year-old me a clip of this game and told me this was the future, I'd probably pee myself. Exploring the world feels like exploring a memory of your favorite vacation. And in-game the environments are solid 10 out of 10, but in cutscenes they dial it right to 11. It's gorgeous. I mean, just look at it. It's incredible. Like, mwah. Chef's kiss. It's so beautiful, I'm actually turning Italian. The camera work in the cutscenes is so well done that it feels like a blockbuster movie, and the performance capture is second to none. Honestly, the fidelity they get in the facial animations is better than most animated movies. To top it all off, the final boss battle is one of the most epic things I've seen in a very, very long time. No spoilers here, but if all you saw was the end sequence, you would never guess this was a DLC. It's absolutely worthy of the main game. The bit that I'm showing you right here is just a teeny little taste. There's so much more to this battle, it goes on for like half an hour. It's huge, it's epic, I loved it. Overall, this is a fantastic DLC, I loved every minute of it, and after I finished it, I just wanted more. I wandered the streets of Fleet's End like a lost puppy looking for side quests that I might have missed or secret passages that could lead me to more loot. But alas, there was none. I'm pretty sure even the NPCs are starting to wonder what I'm still doing there.
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.